Let's have a look at a typical workflow on the timeline. I already have my edit application running, so I'm going to go to the server bin and search for the footage I want. You can often find what you're looking for using just a few letters, but don't forget to come down and refresh your search at the bottom of the bin to make sure that the search is applied to everything in that area. I'm going to use the shots at the top, so I'm going to pick up the name, drag and drop to the desktop. When it goes yellow, I'm going to let go. I can now shut my server bin down. The first thing I'm going to do is change the audio output to make sure that it's going to both speakers. I can open the hidden menu on the left of the floating clip and change all of the outputs out to 1 and 2. Now when I listen to each track, I can identify exactly what's on each one. So I can hear that both tracks 1 and 2 are the same. So I'll choose to take track 1 and video. On the timeline, I want to control exactly which track the audio goes to, so I'm going to use the track filters to highlight audio 2 and video 1. I can then mark in and out points and press enter to bring the material onto the timeline. Moving along, I can mark another shot, and one more. And here I have my 3 shots on the timeline. On the timeline I can adjust the audio levels. I can hold down Control and drag down. I can also put in audio transitions by double-clicking or pressing F6 on the keyboard. And at this stage I could also add a voiceover if I wanted, using the Voiceover button. Normally the waveform would appear here, but because I'm using the microphone to talk to you, it's not actually going into the equipment at the moment. You may find that if you're doing a voiceover like this, you will need to mute any other audio tracks on the timeline. This will depend on how your PC has been set up, but it's the best way of stopping the audio from being mixed with the voiceover. Of course, if you mean to do this, then don't use the mute button. Once you've finished editing, make sure you go through your BAG process. Make sure you get rid of blank at the end of your timeline, either by clicking and swirling on the duration, or by clicking on the duration, pressing 0 and enter. You'll find that the output has followed what was on the floating clip, so if you did output to channels 1 and 2, you'll find that that's what you have on the timeline, but it's always worth checking. Finally, press G on the keyboard. It's more of a safety feature than anything, but having in and out points catches many people out when they're publishing. Finally, go to Publish. There should be a naming convention and a set of house rules for you to follow, and these are different in every organisation. Don't forget you may have more than one option of where to publish to, and you must make sure this is correct. When you press Publish, there are a number of factors that can change the speed of publishing. You may or may not get a green box saying Published OK at the bottom right-hand corner. Don't trust it, it's a computer. You must always go back to your server bin and make sure it's reached the server. The best way is to clear your search by double-clicking on the tab at the top left-hand corner and refreshing your search. It's likely to be right at the top. This is one of the few times you can use your preview clip just to scroll through and make sure that what's on the server is what you intended. When you're happy that your edit has reached its destination, then you can clear your timeline and reset for the next edit.